that may be about software engineering, information technology, programming, and etc. But this subject is especially designed for the people who will actually manage the organizations, control the organizations, and work for the organizations. So the actually the employees, managers, executives, leaders, all comes in this category. Human resource management, the books I recommend for you, these are the human resource management books. You see the human resource management. First one is the reference and recommended book by Gary Dezler, its latest edition. I am using its 13th edition, and although in the market there are 14th and 5th edition available. And the other books you see here, these are the references books. These are not in your course, but these are the additional books which are recommended as the references books. These are the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. These two books are just for your additional knowledge and just to make you aware of the actually in the field of leadership, because human resource management is concerned with the managers and the leaders. And in order to get more knowledge on this subject, along with this, our academic book, The Human Resource Management by Gary Gensler, I recommend these two books from the literature of the self-help, that is about how to create leader among for organizations and how to make leaders to your own self. So these two books will be quite interesting, and from these two books, I will ask you to prepare some presentations and record a video and send me as assignment from time to time from any of the chapters in these two books. So first book one is the Gary Dezler book and Human Resource Management. So So before going further, I recommended these two books. Let's see who are the waiting. Okay, no one is waiting for. Now you see if we start from the human resource management definition, human is related to people. Human means people. Resources, the human resources means the people which are used as a resource for the organization, and management is actually concerned with the handling. So human resource management is actually concerned with the people who will manage the organization, work for the organization, and some of them will be in the labor, some of will be in the middle management, some will be the executive manager, some will be the owners. Actually, the human resource management, it's a process of acquiring, appraising, and compensating employees and attending their labor relations, health, safety, and fairness concern. Okay, you can. I'll repeat this one term by term. It is actually the process of acquiring. Human resource management. It's the process of acquiring, training, appraising, and compensating employees and attending their labor relations, health, safety, and fairness concern. Means actually in our language we can say that एक process है जिसके through acquiring होती है, means hiring होती है employees की. Acquiring is actually concerned with the hiring, selection, recruitment. So if we say acquiring, in other words, we can say train. It's actually recruitment. It's actually the selection. It's actually the hiring. See, these are the actual interchangeable words. So it's process of acquiring means selecting the employee. First thing is human resource management. It's to select the employee for the organization. Then to train him. Then training. Training means to make him skillful so that he may be more useful, skillful for the particular organization. So first thing is selection, then to train him, to make him skillful, we provide, organization provides training. So it's a process of acquiring and selecting. Training means making him to learn skills is per the requirement of the job, because say, different organizations have different rules, regulations, job nature, work environment, timetable. So training will give him the awareness. So making awareness and skills, making him to learn the skills required for the job. The process of acquiring is clear. His training is also clear now for you. Then appraising. Now you know appraising is actually evaluating. Means make sure that either he is skillful, he has learned from the training, so that it may be compensated. So first thing is to appraising, is evaluation, examining, testing, so that either employee had learned the training or not properly. Because एक employee जब selection होके आए, उसके बाद acquiring is actually selection. जब वो चूज होके एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आएगा तो उसको ट्रेनिंग दी जाएगी. ट्रेनिंग के बाद उसकी एवेल्यूशन होगी कि उसने सिलेक्शन के बाद जो ट्रेनिंग की, वो ट्रेनिंग से कुछ सीखा, उसको जो जॉब है उसके हवाले से, जो उसको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है उसके हवाले से वो अवेयर हुआ. तो अप्रेजिंग इज एक्चुअली evaluating or examining or testing the employees actually the knowledge or skill. अगर वो वाकई वो सीख गया, उसने नॉलेज एक्वायर की है जो रिक्वायर्ड है ट्रेनिंग के बाद, देन इट्स द मैटर ऑफ कंपनसेटिंग द एम्प्लॉय. कंपनसेटिंग इज मेकिंग हिम, गिविंग हिम द बेनिफिट. Once the employee is selected, trained, appraised, then it's the process, then finally is to compensate him. Compensating is making him the justification with him or her. Either he is eligible to get the grade, position, facilities, and also the honorarium, health, and convenience, whatever type of the facilities we can be given. So these compensating employees, and then attending their labor relationships. Actually, labor relations is actually the relationship between the employees, how they are working in the environment, how they are behaving with each other. So it's not the final that you select the employee, you train him, you evaluate him, examine him, then you compensate him, provide him the job, and you provide him the salary, you provide him the training, but also making sure that their relations are also good. Because labor relations maintain actually matters most. Because if the employees are not in good environment, not in good relations with each other, they may have the problem in working with each other. So it's the responsibility of the management to make sure that they are labor having their good relations with the management and also with their team members. Then health, safety, and fairness concern. Human resource management is starting from the selection of employee to its health, safety, and fairness. Now, health and safety is what environment they are working is that is secure, safe. There is no any short circuit. There should be no short circuit. There should be environment, healthy environment like air crossing, and their actually working environment should not be congested. There should be no shortage of the oxygen. Like this, their proper dressing. So this is their safety concern, and their health. Either there is a first aid is available to them, what is the clinic is available at the organization, or health insurance is provided to them. And finally is fairness concern, means either the actually in the environment there is fair enough policy, there is no discrimination, biasness. So this is all the process of human resource management. Human resource management is in the broad term, we can say it deals with the from the selection of employee, training of the employee, examining of the employee, its compensation of the employee, then making sure of its relationships with the environment, with the others, friends, colleagues, and also the and senior management, its health, safety, and also fairness. Fairness means there should be no discrimination. Sometimes we give priority to some employee over the basis of this gender, or the basis of its ethnicity, means from the caste base or the background base, or from the any region base, or from some community base. There should be no discrimination. It should be fair process. Merit should be the actually the criteria. So this definition is actually showing you the whole human resource management. We have separate chapters on training, we have separate chapters on compensation, we have separate chapters on health, safety, and fairness, how these are actually designed, and we will go through them in the future. But in first, you should understand the definition. In this definition, we can say in other way, the policies and practices involved in carrying out the people or human resource aspects of management position, including recruiting, screening, training, rewarding, and appraising. So in other terms, it's like just the synonym of the first definition, that this is also the policies. It is concerned with the policies and practices carrying out the people's who their different aspects, like their position, their recruitment, their screening, their training and rewarding and appraising. So it's screening is also selection process, choosing the best among them. Training same, rewarding is compensation, like giving them some honorarium, the benefit, the reward. So reward in form of money, or in form of the promotion, or in form of the health, or in form of some of the any incentives. And appraising is evaluating in the end. So this is human resource management. And if before going further, I again repeat, the students are new entering into this class. We have these two recommended books: Human Resource Management by Gary Dessler. This is also available in online in PDF. I will share with you. I will share the slides. We will share this video also in the link. And I have also YouTube channel. I will upload this video one by one. And then these are the reference books. These books are very interesting. The reference books, especially if some of you may have read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People or Think and Grow Rich. These two books. The main concern is here to give you the additional material which will be practically useful. And these reference books are very practically useful. I will ask you to prepare some presentation from any of the chapter from these two books, and that presentation will contain some marks. So we will give that presentation in the middle of the course, but now it's start. So these are the books recommended. The subject is human resource management, and the definition is here. I already described very detailed. Now some of you are handling, having any question, please raise your hand. So then we can move further. I want to get from feedback. If any student having some question, please raise your hand. Then I will allow you to ask the question. Now you are mute, and then I will unmute. Okay, CR Nasir Hussain, please unmute yourself. I need some feedback before going further. Unmute yourself. Nasir Hussain, are you there? Can you unmute? Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nasir Hussain, provide me some feedback. Is that clear what I am telling you?
Hello.
Yes, I
Yes, sir.
am.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nasir Hussain. Thank you for your feedback. Now, anyone having question may raise the hand. Otherwise, I may continue. Nasir Hussain, you may unmute yourself. You may continuously, time to time, you can provide me feedback or any question. So you see, we have a definition. It's very clear. Again, I will share this video with you. Now, human resource management, having these type of the acquiring, training, appraising, compensating, attending labor relations, health, safety, and fairness concern is actually the process. But it has some five functions. It having the five functions management process. It starts from planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. The five basic functions human resource management have. These 5 functions are described here. The planning. The first function of the human resource management process is to plan. Then it's organizing. Then is staffing. Then leading. Then controlling. So it's not only the planning, but it needs to be organized. It needs to be staffed. It needs to be leaded. It needs to be controlled. Now, planning is actually establishing a goal and standards. Planning is actually what आपकी मनसूबाबंदी. जैसे 5 ईयर प्लान होता है किसी भी गवर्नमेंट का, पाकिस्तान की कोई भी गवर्नमेंट आती है उनके पास 5 ईयर प्लान होता है कि उनको 5-5 सालों में क्या क्या करना है, कौन सी. और इसी तरह से एक इंडिविजुअल जिसे आप पर्सनल एक अपना प्लान बना सकते हैं कि आप 4 साल के एक डिग्री में आए तो आपका 4 साल का क्या प्लान है, फर्स्ट ईयर का क्या प्लान है, सेकंड ईयर का क्या है, थर्ड ईयर का क्या है, फोर्थ ईयर का क्या है. इसी तरह प्लानिंग इज एक्चुअली व्हाट यू सेट आउट द स्टैंडर्ड कि आफ्टर 5 years or 4 years or 3 years what outcome you want. So this is the setting out of the standard. आप क्या क्राइटेरिया सेट करते हैं, स्टैंडर्ड सेट करते हैं, क्या गोल सेट करते हैं, ये होती है एक्चुअली प्लानिंग, आपकी मनसूबाबंदी, लेकिन विथ स्पेसिफिक टाइम. ये नहीं है कि आपकी मनसूबाबंदी हो उसके टाइम गो सेटिंग ना हो. टाइम सेटिंग लाजमी है क्योंकि चीज़ें टाइम विद पैसेज ऑफ टाइम मेजर होती हैं. So planning is actually concerned with establishing the goal and standard of the organization by developing through some rules and procedures and regulations and developing a plan or forecasting. So you establish a plan based on some goals and some standards to achieve through some rules and regulations with respect to time is actually planning. So planning, every organization must have a plan of 1 year plan, 2 year plan, 5 year plan. It may be the very short term plan of 3 months plan, but planning is necessary for every organization so that they must be clear that what they are going to achieve, what is their goal to achieve, and what are their standards, the parameters to measure that goal. So there should have some rules, regulations to follow the goal. And developing a plan must clear plan and forecasting. Actually, forecasting is actually predicting and estimating future trends. Okay, view based on plan. If some organization have a plan of 5 years, after 5 years, what technology will be there, what kind of the changes may come. So it must predict those changes and estimate the plan accordingly. So this is the forecasting, developing plan, standards, setting goals through some roles and procedures is actually comes in the planning category. So human resource management process is concerned. First thing is first and most important function is to plan, because without plan no one can succeed. Even I simply say if you are individual, you must have the plan of this semester. Okay, this one semester I have to get A grade. Even the plan of human resource management that I have to get this A grade in this subject. So if you want to get A grade in this subject, what are the your standards? Your standard will be, your goal will be A grade. But through what process, what plan? You have to follow, fulfill your assignments, your presentation, and this way. And finally, you have to give proper viva so that you can get A grade. Means for all that, you have to go through at least 2 hours a week to self-study this subject, or either in a 1 week or in the second week you may go to review the lectures. And this way continuously if you review the lectures after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and finally when the timetable comes for the paper, you may have the good knowledge of the subject and you may go get A grade. But the plan is to, the rule is to review the subject or to prepare this subject at least once or twice a week for 2 or 3 hours, otherwise you cannot get. So and fulfill the assignments also meanwhile. So this is the way you have the semester plan, you have the subject plan, you have the 4 year GPA plan. You want to get 3 GPA at least in every year so that finally you maintain your 3 GPA. But for that plan, you should be organized. Now from planning, there comes organization. Organizing is giving each subordinate a specific task. प्लानिंग एक गोल सेट किया आपने, एक स्टैंडर्ड सेट किया आपने, एक आउटकम सोचा कि ये आउटकम मेरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, ये स्टैंडर्ड्स हैं, ये प्रोसीजर है, ये चीज़ अचीव करनी है, लेकिन किस तरह, इसके लिए ऑर्गेनाइजेशन करनी पड़ेगी. ऑर्गेनाइजिंग का मकसद है कि गिविंग ईच सबऑर्डिनेट स्पेसिफिक टास्क, एस्टेब्लिशमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स developing authority to subordinate, establish channels of authority and communication, coordinate subordinate works. अब ऑर्गेनाइजिंग का मकसद ये है कि जो आपके सबॉर्डिनेट्स हैं, मीन्स ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट की जब बात कर रहे हैं तो हम समझें कि हम एक मैनेजर के तौर पे सोच रहे हैं। आप एक मैनेजर हैं, आप मैनेजमेंट लेवल पे जाके एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को मैनेज कर रहे हैं। तो सबसे पहले काम आपने किया प्लानिंग, सेकंड काम है ऑर्गेनाइजिंग। ऑर्गेनाइजिंग का मकसद है कि जितने भी सबऑर्डिनेट्स हैं, जो भी स्टाफ है, हर एक को उसकी काबिलियत के मुताबिक कोई काम सौंपना। कोई पब्लिक रिलेशंस में गुड है तो उसको पब्लिक रिलेशन की सीट देना, किसी को टेक्नोलॉजी आती है या टेक्नोलॉजी की डिपार्टमेंट में उसको आईटी मैनेजर के तौर पे रखना, आईटी टेक्नीशियन के तौर पे रखना। और some of them are good developers, then they should be assigned a task of website maintenance and some projects development if it's a software house, if it's a government organization. So it depends upon the person's specialty, you assign them tasks accordingly. जिसका जो काम है उसको वो काम देना। ऐसा ना हो कि एक पीआरओ के लिए एलिजिबल है, आप उसको काम दे दें कि वो पीआरओ के बजाय वो अपना टेक्निकल काम दे दें, तो ज़ाहिर वो नहीं कर पाएगा। जिसकी जो सबऑर्डिनेटिंग जो भी हैं आपके स्टाफ मेंबर्स जो भी हैं, उनको स्पेसिफिक टास्क अकॉर्डिंगली उनकी एलिजिबिलिटी और एफिशिएंसी और स्किल के मुताबिक उनको मैनेज करना सबऑर्डिनेट्स को, ये है ऑर्गेनाइजिंग। थर्ड जो फंक्शन है स्टाफिंग। अब स्टाफिंग का मकसद है कि आप डिटरमाइन करें कि कौन से पीपल हमें हायर करने हैं, सिलेक्ट करने हैं, रिक्रूट करने हैं। तो ये स्टाफिंग एक फंक्शन है वेयर इट इज actually determine that what type of people are needed to be hired, what type of people are needed to be recruited, what type of selection, training and developing employees. This is concerned with selecting employee, training employee and developing employees skills. This is staffing. Now you can go to staffing, then there is a leading. आपने पहले प्लान किया, फिर मैनेज किया सबऑर्डिनेट्स को, लेकिन फिर मैनेजमेंट के बाद अब आपको स्टाफ की ज़रूरत पड़ती है। टाइम टू टाइम एडवर्टाइजमेंट आती रहती है। तो दिस इज द एक्चुअली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी और फंक्शन ऑफ स्टाफिंग कि what type of people are more required. So this determination of people hirement is actually through the staffing. Then is a leading. Leading is getting others to get the job done. आपने सबको अपना अपना टास्क दे दिया, सबकी इफिशिएंसी के हवाले से उनको टास्क असाइन किया, सबऑर्डिनेट्स को अपनी अपनी जॉब पोजीशन पे आपने रखा, लेकिन उनको ओवरलुक कौन करेगा? Who will control them or who will lead them to do their job? So leading is to get others to get the job done, maintaining morale and motivating subordinates. जो सबऑर्डिनेट्स हैं, जो स्टाफ है, उनसे काम लेना is the function of leading. So leading is to get others to get the job done. अब ये किस तरह होगा कि जो लीडिंग के लिए रिस्पांसिबल है, जो मैनेजर है, उसको देखना पड़ेगा हर डिपार्टमेंट की प्रोग्रेस, उनसे पूछना पड़ेगा काम कहाँ पहुँचा। सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट से पूछना पड़ेगा कि टारगेट के कितनी करीब हो। एचआर डिपार्टमेंट से पूछना पड़ेगा कि सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस कहाँ तक कब तक फाइनल होगा। फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट से पूछना पड़ेगा कि इस महीने की जो बैंक स्टेटमेंट है उसकी क्या पोजीशन है। तो दिस इज द हाउ leading is there. Then the final is controlling. Now controlling is setting the standards such as a quality standard, sales quota and production standard, production level, and checking to see how actual performance compares with these standards and taking corrections actions as needed. Controlling is different than leading and organizing. लीडिंग में आप क्या करते हैं कि आप देखते हैं कि कहाँ कहाँ तक पहुंची है और उसको किस तरह पूरा करना है, आप समझाते हैं। लेकिन कंट्रोलिंग में आपको देखना है कि जो जॉब की जा रही है वो एज पर स्टैंडर्ड हो रही है, एज पर क्वालिटी हो रही है, एज पर द प्रोडक्शन की जो लेवल जितनी चाहिए थी उस लेवल से हो रही है। तो व्हाट टाइप ऑफ द क्राइटेरिया इज एक्चुअली सेट, इट इज एक्चुअली चेक्ड थ्रू द कंट्रोलिंग प्रोसेस। ये 5 फंक्शंस जो हैं इसके लिए एक्चुअली रिस्पॉन्सिबल जो है वो मैनेजर है, और मैनेजर्स डिफरेंट लेवल पे होते हैं। कोई ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजर होता है, कोई फाइनेंस मैनेजर, कोई सेल्स मैनेजर, कोई ओवरऑल जो है मैनेजमेंट के लिए चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव होता है। तो ये फंक्शंस जो है प्लानिंग है, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग है, स्टाफिंग है, लीडिंग है, कंट्रोलिंग है। ये 5 फंक्शंस हैं एचआर के, ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट के। इसमें सबसे जो अहम है वो है स्टाफिंग। ये जो पूरी किताब है या ये जो पूरा सब्जेक्ट है हम उस पर ज़्यादा कंसंट्रेट करेंगे स्टाफिंग पे। कि किस तरह एम्प्लॉइज़ को डिटरमाइन किया जाता है, क्राइटेरिया सेट की जाती है, सिलेक्ट किया जाता है, फिर उनको ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है, फिर उनको कंपनसेट किया जाता है, फिर उनको एवेल्यूएट किया जाता है, देन फिर उनकी जो काउंसलिंग होती है, फिर वो किस तरह काम करते हैं, फिर वो आप आखिर में वो रिटायरमेंट तक, फ्रॉम सिलेक्शन टू रिटायरमेंट ये प्रोसेस होता है स्टाफिंग का। अब आपको याद होगा कि हमारी 40 मिनट का लिए टाइमिंग है, तो ये 32 मिनट अभी हो चुके हैं, 32 minutes already done, we have 8 minutes more. So if it stops, you have to come again and log in for the questions and answers. And before this, I will complete my lecture. For questions and answers, you have to come again and log in to Zoom meeting. So you see, I have covered these functions of the human resource management. Now we have the personal aspects of manager's job. एक मैनेजर के लिए क्या एम्प्लॉइज जो एक्सपेक्ट्स होते हैं, कि रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज होती हैं, वो कंडक्ट करता है जॉब एनालिसिस के, डिटरमाइन करता है नेचर ऑफ ईच एम्प्लॉइज जॉब, कि हाउ व्हाट इज द नेचर ऑफ द जॉब एंड व्हाट टाइप ऑफ पर्सन इज एक्चुअली रिक्वायर्ड। तो ये मैनेजर का काम है एनालिसिस करना, प्लानिंग करना, क्या रिक्रूटमेंट की, जो कैंडिडेट्स की रिक्रूटमेंट की प्लानिंग करना, लेबर नीड्स की रिक्वायरमेंट के लिए मॉनिटर करना, selection of candidates, orientation and training of new employees. Orientation means introduction जो तारफ करवाते हैं, acquaintance, training, managing wages and salary, daily एडहाक पे हैं तो उनकी wages सेट करना और salary सेट करना, compensate करना, उनको incentives and benefits देना। incentives होते हैं actually कि आप उनको क्या रिटर्न देते हो, अगर किसी की बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस है तो उसको कोई अवार्ड देना, उसको कोई सर्टिफिकेट देना, उसको प्रमोशन देना, या उसकी सैलरी में इंक्रीमेंट लगा देना। तो ये सारा जो रिस्पॉन्सिबल है वो मैनेजर होता है। तो इसी तरह उसकी अप्रेजिंग करना, परफॉर्मेंस एवेल्यूएट करना, एग्जामिन करना कि बेहतर परफॉर्मेंस हो रही है या नहीं, कम्युनिकेट करना, ट्रेनिंग करना, डेवलपिंग करना, मैनेजर्स क्रिएट करना, बिल्डिंग एम्प्लॉइज कमिटमेंट, एम्प्लॉय की कमिटमेंट अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ, लॉयल्टी इंक्रीज करने के लिए उसको रिस्पेक्ट देना, उसकी जो दुख सुख में शरीक होना, ये एक तरह का एक भी प्रोसेस ये भी होता है। तो जो मैनेजर्स की इतनी बड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ हैं, आप देख रहे हैं कि एनालिसिस ऑफ जॉब एनालिसिस, प्लानिंग, सिलेक्शन, रिक्रूटमेंट, ओरिएंटेशन, इंसेंटिव्स डिसाइड करना, उसकी परफॉर्मेंस अप्रेजल, कम्युनिकेशन में रहना उसके साथ, उसके अलावा उसकी कमिटमेंट जो है, लॉयल्टी जो है, बिल्डिंग एम्प्लॉइज कमिटमेंट विद द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ये सब मैनेजर पे ही डिपेंड करती है। अगर मैनेजर्स जो हैं सो मच एफिशिएंट रिक्वायर्ड होते हैं हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, क्योंकि मैनेजर्स आर एक्चुअली रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर कैरिंग आउट द actually the job of the organization, to fulfill the vision of the organization. So to fulfill the vision of the organization, managers are responsible. They have to be active in every aspect. They should be active in every aspect. These are their aspects. So Nasir Hussain, yes, Nasir Hussain, you can unmute. Yes, please unmute yourself.
सर किसी भी किसी भी इदारे में तीन मैनेजमेंट होते हैं, तीन तरह की मैनेजमेंट रिसोर्सेज हमारे पास होती हैं। तो उस हवाले से जाहिर सी बात है कि मैनेजर जो है वो लीड करता है अपने नीचे के जो सिस्टम जो स्टाफ होता है उसको। तो इसमें तीन मैनेजर को जो अपर लेवल पर होता है तो वो इन दो मैनेजर को भी लीड करता है। तो एक्चुअल हम लीडर कहेंगे किसको? आखिर उस इदारे को एक बंदा लीड कर रहा है या ये तीनों हम लीडर, इन तीनों को लीडर कॉल करेंगे? तो इस हवाले से सर लीडर के हवाले से थोड़ा सा कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर कर दीजिएगा सर।
बिल्कुल, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट जो है ना आपने रेज किया इशू। मैनेजर्स और लीडर्स में बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस है। मैनेजर्स जो है ना डे टू डे परफॉर्म करते हैं, जो टास्क उन्हें दिया जाता है वो लीडर्स जो होते हैं वो एग्जीक्यूटिव्स होते हैं, जिनके पास आइडियाज़ होते हैं, जिनके पास विजन होता है। एक्चुअली जो जिनका प्लान होता है, विजन होता है कि ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जो एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इस्टेब्लिश करते हैं। मैनेजर तो वो हायर करते हैं, जो चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव होता है वो तो हायर होता है, एक सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस करके मैनेजर को रखता है। मैनेजर को एक विजन मिलता है, एक असाइनमेंट मिलती है, एक प्लान मिलता है, जिसको वो मॉनिटर करता है, कंट्रोल करता है, ऑर्गेनाइज करता है। तो मैनेजर्स जो हैं वो एक्चुअली सेकेंडरी कैटेगरी में आते हैं। असल इम्पॉर्टेंट है लीडर की। जो लीडर होता है वो मैनेजर नहीं होता, और जो मैनेजर होता है वो एम्प्लॉय होता है। लीडर ओनर होता है, लीडर विजन वाला होता है, लीडर जिसकी एग्जीक्यूटिव होता है, जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का जो प्रेसिडेंट होता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, वो लीडर्स होते हैं जो विजन क्रिएट करते हैं, जो ड्रीम देखते हैं